Welcome you all in BBA and MBA Guide by Samaya Hamid. Today is the 10th lecture about management. The topics we are going to cover today are global perspective and global environment.
Global perspective.
It's not unusual for Germans, Italians, or Indonesians to speak 3 or 4 languages. More than half of all primary school children in China now learn English, and the number of English speakers in India and China now exceeds the total number of mother tongue English speakers elsewhere in the world. On the other hand, most US children study only English in school. Only 24,000 are studying Chinese. And only 22% of the population in the United States speaks a language other than English. Americans tend to think of English as the only international business language and don't see a need to study other languages. This could lead to future problems, as a major research report commissioned by the British Council says that the competitiveness of both Britain and the United States is being undermined by only speaking English.
The ability to speak or understand only one language, or the regular use of only one language, is called monolingualism. Monolingualism is one sign that a nation suffers from parochialism.
There are some other words we use to describe parochialism. We can say it narrowness, provincialism, narrow-mindedness, localism, insularity, small-mindedness, bigotry, and intolerance. Parochialism is about viewing the world solely through one's own eyes and perspectives. People with a parochial attitude do not recognize that others have different ways of living and working. They ignore others' values and customs and rigidly apply an attitude of ours is better than theirs to foreign cultures. This type of narrow, restricted attitude is one approach that managers might take, but isn't the only one. In fact, there are 3 possible global attitudes. Let's look at each more closely. First, an ethnocentric attitude is the parochialistic belief that the best work approaches and practices are those of the home country, the country in which the company's headquarters are located. Managers with an ethnocentric attitude believe that people in foreign countries don't have the needed skills, expertise, knowledge, or experience to make the best business decisions as people in the home country do. They don't trust foreign employees with key decisions or technology. Starbucks uses an ethnocentric approach to appeal to customers who seek an American experience. Next, a polycentric attitude is the view that employees in the host country, the foreign country in which the organization is doing business, know the best work approaches and practices for running their business. Managers with this attitude view every foreign operation as different and hard to understand. Thus, they are likely to let employees there figure out how best to do things. McDonald's is a prominent example of a firm following polycentric approach. Having originated in USA, its menu in USA is centered on their local preference, which is beef and meat. When coming to India, it realized that Indians are culturally averse to eating beef. It not only took off its offering in beef but came up with vegetarian offerings for the Indian subcontinent. European McDonald's often serves wine in addition to soft drinks. There is a special Dutch cookie McFlurry on the menu in Netherlands. Another firm with its polycentric approach is Google. Do you care to notice the changing doodles each day? Rather than attempting a single doodle worldwide, it adapts itself according to different countries. There may be a different person being honored in India and at the same time some other festival being celebrated in USA.
The final type of global attitude managers might have is a geocentric attitude, a world-oriented view that focuses on using the best approaches and people from around the globe. Managers with this type of attitude have a global view and look for the best approaches and people regardless of origin. For instance, Carlos Ghosn, CEO of Nissan and Renault, was born in Brazil to Lebanese parents, educated in France, and speaks 4 languages fluently. He could very well be the model of the modern major corporate leader in a globalized world bestraddled by multinational companies. Ghosn's background and perspective have given him a much broader understanding of what it takes to manage in a global environment, something that is characteristic of the geocentric attitude. A geocentric attitude requires eliminating parochial attitudes and developing an understanding of cross-cultural differences. That's the type of approach successful managers will need in today's global environment.
This is all about today's lecture. Hope you find this video useful. If you find any query, you can ask by commenting below. Please share this video with your friends and fellows. And don't forget to like and subscribe the channel.